This video is going to cover setting up a bill. We've done a basic video on setting up a bill with one kind of cost category with an existing supplier. This video is going to cover what to do if you haven't already had the supplier in the system, or if there's more than one cost category on the bill that you're trying to add on. So we have a bill, I'm just going to show you. It is from Rooms for Hire. All the information is on here, and it's a bill for room hire and leaflets and handouts. Now the client, Sarah's Marketing Magic, who is a fake client, is just a demo account, wants to have room hire put under rent, and she wants to have leaflets and handouts put under advertising costs. So what we're going to do is check really that they're not already on the system, and what we would do is go into contacts and go into well, R's not highlighted, so there are no contacts starting with R. Just as another double check, what you can do is put in Rooms for Hire in the search of the whole of FreeAgent, and again no contacts are coming up. So if it was slightly spelt differently, or it didn't have an S or anything else, you can see sometimes it might have the at the beginning. You can see that this contact is not on the system. The last thing you want to do is set up a contact when it's already there, because then you'll just have duplicate contacts. So we always want to check that they're not there. So they're not there. We have all the invoice information on my other screen. So if I do add new bill, it has a supplier contact. Again, this has got a list. So again, I could go through and say, oh look, yeah, I can't find them. But sometimes you'll have like 100 people on this list. So it's always easier to do the check first. As they are not on the system, you can add a new contact. And again, it takes in, so you can put in the first name. So I know this guy's name is Bob. I know his surname is White. And I know the contact is Rooms for Hire Limited. That information will then create a contact once you finish this first bill, all for you, without you having to do anything else. Then go on with adding the bill. So the reference number is 1002. The date of the bill is the 20th of the 10th, 2020. And the due date of the bill is the 27th of the 10th, 2020. The bill's got VAT on it, but I'm going to decide to include VAT in the totals that I'm entering. Now I'm just going to put in the gross total, including VAT, in a minute. You can exclude VAT if you want to. We just always include it because we find it easier. You can add any comments you want to the bill, but most of the time you won't need to do that. Under the bill contents, this is the thing that's changed recently in FreeAgent. You were only ever really allowed to put in one category. Now it will actually allow you to write multiple items with different categories and VAT rates. So if it just said room hire, we can do the first one, but because there's room hire and advertising costs, we're going to change it to multiple items. It then gives you a nice hint that multiple line items are added on the following page. So that's all you need to do at this point. If you go down to the bottom, we do then need to attach it. So I'm just going to drag it over and select the file. The other thing you could do is select a file, go into your computer and find the file. Sorry, it's undone it because I've done that. If I select the file, so I can see it's going to be added, and I can save and continue. I go into sort of the second part of the bill. Normally this would already be pre-populated, but because we want to use more than one cost category, we have to do that part now. You can see the bill was successfully attached. So I'm going to add a bill item, and for the first item I'm going to put in rent. I'm going to then put in room hire. It says on the invoice, quantity of 1, and then so I'm going to say that the room hire is £200 and the VAT rate was 20%. I'm going to save it. And what I have noticed is that that's not right, because I said things would be inclusive of that. So I'm just going to go back and change this, and so actually that should be 240. And then you can see that the VAT has been added, and that's the same as the invoice. Because we've got two different kinds of cost category, I then can add another bill item, and this one I can change. So this one I can put up to advertising promotion. I can put in leaflets and handouts. Again, you need to set a quantity of 1, and I'm going to put in £60 because it's 50 plus VAT and 20%. If you're doing one of these invoices, you may want to pick at the beginning that it's not with VAT, then you don't have to do the sums, it's up to you. But now I can see that if I just double check this one, it's up to £300, and look, this is up to £300. I think when I did it wrong, it was obvious straight away that it wasn't going to add up to the invoice that I was looking for. So you can just go in, and at this point you can change it as many times as you want. If you misspell something, if you do something that's the wrong cost category, you can just edit and change it all you want to. So this is now set up. This bill's all ready to go. And you don't need to save it. It's already automatically saved. So it's now on the system. If we go back into bills and I changed it to open or overdue bills, you'll be able to see there's the bill on the system. And if I click into the supplier, you can see a supplier account and a contact has all been set up just because I put their information in the top when I started doing the bill.